back, everyone, for some more of my Almería career mode for FIFA 20. And this is the final episode of Season 2. And this is going to be a talky bit. There will be no more games. The season's pretty much already over. And first and foremost, let's look at the league table here. As you can see, I ended up accruing 105 points, 35 wins, and 3 losses, which, to be honest with you, I lost 3 of my last 5 games, but the title was already won a while ago, but Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and Real Madrid will be joining me in the Champions League next season. Valencia and Villarreal just missing out. Sociedad finished 7th after being in 3rd earlier in the season. And the teams being relegated are Getafe, Valladolid, and Leganes, or Leganes, I should say. So those 3 teams are going to be going down. Getafe just getting relegated on goal difference behind Osasuna. And Deportivo in real life, them bottom on the Segunda División. And to see them survive in this particular career mode is kind of surprising to me. And speaking of Segunda División, let me just see how that one went. See if I can find it. La Liga Smart Bank. And the teams coming up are Zaragoza and Granada, which Granada is having an excellent season so far in real life. They're actually in the midst of a title chase right now early on, though they did lose their last 2 games, so they might be dropping back down to earth, but Granada well exceeding expectations, and Zaragoza, to be honest with you, it's a bit of a sentimental thing because they were my career mode team in FIFA 19, and that just brings a smile on my face seeing them getting promoted this time. And the teams fighting for promotion will be Girona, Alaves, Mallorca, and Oviedo. So Alaves and Mallorca have a chance to bounce straight back up. Girona has a chance to return to La Liga, and Oviedo looking to be in there for the first time since the 1990s. But take a look at some of the stats here. And you can see Obama is the leading goal scorer in La Liga with 31 goals. Eden Hazard behind him, 6th behind him with 25. And Justin Van Leeuwen behind him with 22 goals. And take a look at some. Jeremy Bogan and Gable Jesus ended up scoring 13. So impressive scoring runs for both of them. Top assister was Josep Brekalo, who ended up lifting the La Liga trophy. He got 13 assists, Obama got 11. So Obama had 31 goals and 11 assists. That's a pretty good haul this season. Donny Robber ended up getting 8 assists. Van Leeuwen was 7. Chobani got 6, which is pretty impressive for a center back. Clean sheets went to Jan Oblak, with Sergio Rico just one behind him, which is kind of surprising. But Leonard Becker and Alexander Gruna both getting 10, so combined they got 20 clean sheets, which is pretty impressive. Let's take a look at the Copa del Rey. Gabriel Jesus was the leading goal scorer. Despite only coming in January, he ended up getting 13 goals. Behind was 7, then Tovan and Nathan Hiroki Abe from Barcelona, who's ended up scoring the own goal when he played against us. He got 4. Obama and Van Leeuwen each got 4 as well. Navarro with 3. Marcial with 2, which is kind of surprising. And top assist in Copa del Rey is Jordan Ibe with 5, which I'm very happy to see that. Marcial and Robber with 3. Casemiro, Boga, Brekalo, and Navarro each with 2. Top clean sheets went to Neto for Barcelona, which I'm kind of surprised at that because his goalkeeping was rather suspect, at least in my honest opinion, when I played him the last 2 times in this particular career mode. Becker and Bruna each with a clean sheet, not good enough to overtake him. Just take a look at the transfers here real quick. Somebody still did not get Taylor Jackson. Nobody got Mason Cooper either. Rodney de Graaf went to Real Madrid. Okay, as you can see, I got 27 million, but unfortunately, I won't be able to spend any of it unless I want some free agents, which I really don't want, to be honest with you. You can see Julian Weigel and Julian Draxler coming in next season. A lot of big money deals happening, especially in January. Just go down through to the end of the season. Take a look at the objectives. I did qualify for the Champions League. Not only that, I ended up winning the title. Domestic Cup, which I will never understand on FIFA 20 why that is never checkmarked. But I did win the Copa del Rey, so that should be a checkmark too. But, oh, I forgot to look at some of the other competitions, like the Champions League and that. Which, we will be in the Champions League next year. And Juventus actually beat Bayern 2-1, so they're going to be the reigning champions. And the Europa League was won by AC Milan, and a Milan derby there, which is very fascinating. Let's see. Preseason tournaments was won by me. I ended up beating Brighton, so I ended up doing a triple this season, if you count this trophy. But yeah, you can see I ended up beating Udinese on penalties. You can see the table. I ended up beating, did I beat Brighton? No, I drew against Brighton. But I ended up beating them in the final anyway. You can see all 4 of the Italian teams there, which is interesting considering this takes place in Portugal. I would have thought it would have been more Portuguese teams. But anyway, trying to think here real quick. I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to. Except for the squad report, which you guys know I always do at the end of every season. You can see Leonard Becker with a total of 11 clean sheets throughout all competitions, 23 appearances, 82 rating, which is interesting. Which, let me just change that. But my starting goalkeeper, Alexander Gruner, is now at an 87, 13 clean sheets and 26 appearances. So he's averaging a clean sheet every other game, which I can't complain about. Kahende is at an 81, Vanaken is at an 84, same with Justin de Graaf. Patrick Janssen is now at an 82. Casemiro grew by 1, he's now at an 88 despite him being 29 years of age, so that's a good thing to see. Navarro has not grown at all in 2 seasons. When I bought him in Season 1, he was at an 84, and he just simply is not growing at all. And some of his stats are kind of below the way I like them. Justin Van Leeuwen, he had a good season for me, though I may end up entertaining offers for him next season, especially if I do want to bring in Alan Saint-Maximin. Who knows? I might end up doing a swap deal with him, but he got 28 goals and 7 assists throughout 29 appearances in all competitions. He did do good, especially in sim games, though he did miss that sitter in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona, which I'm still not real thrilled about. But if I do end up getting rid of him, it will not be because of that gaffe. It will just be because I want Saint-Maximin more. Martial, to be honest with you, let me just see his finishing real quick. Finishing. 82 finishing. I find that hard to believe. I find it hard to believe he's 82 finishing, especially after his performance in the Copa del Rey final. I thought his finishing was absolutely horrific. And you can see there 3 goals, 6 assists through 14 games, which isn't too bad. I'm not going to complain about that. Gabriel Jesus was an absolute weapon for me since I got him in January. 84 rating, 26 goals, 5 assists through 18 appearances. Good job there. Tovan has grown by 1. He's at an 84 as well. So my front four, well, Martial actually grew to an 85, which I just noticed that. But Jesus and Tovan are both at an 84. Tovan getting 14 goals and 7 assists through 16 games, which is a pretty good return considering I just got him in January. Francisco Moya is developing pretty well, though I do have to renew his contract here pretty soon. Has grown on a lot of stats. Marking is at an 87 slide tackle and stand tackle both at 83, which is absolutely terrific to see. See, we saw Leonard Becker. Christoph Tabani is at an 81. Oh, Brahma, I'm going to tell you right now, this guy is the player of the season for me. 35 goals, 12 assists through 25 games. Fantastic job on him. Let's see some of these stats. Look at those stats right there. he definitely deserves an 80 rating. As a matter of fact, he probably could go for a lot more higher than an 80 rating next year, but I'm just gonna let him grow naturally since next season will be my final one for this career mode. Josip Brekalo, very good on him. He grew by 2. He's at an 80 now. Klein Heisler, I'm looking to sell him on. Montez, my backup center back, 4 goals and assists through 25 games, 12 clean sheets. Boga's been pretty good. I need to renew his contract too. 21 goals, 6 assists through 21 games. So he's averaging a goal a game for me. And here's one of my new youth academy prospects I actually brought in. He's already grown by 1, Robin Peterson. And let's take a look at him. He can play as a CM or a CDM. He's left-footed, medium attacking work rate, high defensive work rate. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, which is awesome to see. Gil Conceição, or however you, I'm not even gonna try to. I'm gonna try to figure out how to pronounce that. But take a look at him. 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. Again, can either play as a CM or CDM. Again, as a left foot, so pretty much a weaker version of Robin Peterson, which I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Fernando Braga, I actually signed him at a 72 rating. You can see he already has 84 strength, 83 reactions, 88 stand tackles, which is very impressive, and 80 composure. So this guy looks like he's got to be an absolute weapon, though. Unfortunately, I am not playing this beyond next season, but 2-star weak foot, 3-star weak skill moves, can only play as a center mid, which a little bit of a problem, but I'm willing to overlook that. Peter Lundberg is also a player that I brought in from the Youth Academy. Not real good stats there. You could say Ayala grown by 3. He's now at a 66. Getting close to 80 on his attacking position and vision, which is good to see. Andreas Steiff, which I thought he was on loan, but he's not. He's at a 67 right now. He's grown in a lot of stats. Maxi Mendez, which, let me just see here real quick. I didn't get to see Lundberg. Can also play as a CDM or a CM, also left-footed. 5-star weak foot, though, which, that's very impressive. Let's take a look at Ayala here real quick. Can either play as a CM or center attacking mid. 4-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. Steiff. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Can play as a center attacking mid or a center forward, left-footed. I'm getting a lot of left-footed players. Maxi Mendez, 62 overall. Can either play, once again, as a CAM or a center forward. 2-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Right-footed, which is different. Mario Diaz. Right winger, can also play as a center attacking mid. Again, a left foot. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Daniel Perez, growing a lot of stats, which is awesome to see. Can either play as a striker or a center forward. Again, a left foot, 2-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Maxi Gonzalez, which I might end up letting this guy go, to be honest with you. Let's just see. He has acrobatic save style. Again, a left foot, 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. Not that impressive. And you can see the rest of the guys. Martos. All these guys are pretty much... Danny Rabba has not grown at all. I'm looking to move him on next season, to be honest with you. Polarola grew by 1 to 77, my backup right back. Vober grew by 1. He's at a 79. Brecka unhappy at the moment due to his lack of games. He's at a 76. I did not grow at all, which I'm actually kind of upset with him because the last 2 games that I simmed with him, he ended up getting injured. So if he's going to end up having a body made of glass, then I'm not going to want any part of him. So I might end up actually, as much as I like Jordan Ibe in game, if he's gonna be injury prone like that, I'm gonna look to sell him. And speaking of selling, I am planning on letting Stoger go. He's already gone down by 1. He got 8 goals and 5 assists through 19 appearances. And Mares grew by 2. He's at a 74. Gaspar grew by 1. He's 68. Andre Kraft, take a look at some of his stats. I'm probably gonna look to let him go. Keima Nunez grew by 3. He's at a 70. Henry only grew by 1 at Charlton. Salvador grew by 1. Prendes grew by 3. And that's pretty much it for the squad report, which I apologize for taking so long, but I mainly wanted to look at some of my youth academy prospects that I brought up, but there we go. That is the end of Season 2. I'm not sure when Season 3 is going to start, but I'm hoping, since I'm bringing in a couple more new faces in, maybe San Maximin, we're going to be in the Champions League. We're going to be defending both the La Liga and Copa del Rey titles. Yeah, it should be a rather exciting final season for this team, and hopefully we'll be lifting a lot more silverware. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.